Hola amigos, it's Tara, and I thought it'd be really fun today to go on a backyard safari to see what kinds of plants and animals you have in your backyard. Now, a couple weeks ago, I talked about biodiversity and how important that is for our Earth. So I'm still thinking about it because tomorrow is actually Earth Day. It's a day for everyone on Earth to celebrate how they can help take care of our Earth so it stays healthy and takes care of us. So one good thing to see how healthy the Earth is to check the biodiversity. So perhaps you want to take a look at the survey now and press pause and go on one yourself, or perhaps you'll watch this whole video and do it afterwards, or maybe you've already done it. This is what my survey looks like. I'm going to look for trees, and I'm going to see how many different kinds of trees I have. So I'll look at the leaves, I'll look at the bark to tell me the different types of trees. I put a picture of a tree here to remind myself. In this section, I'm going to count the trees. So I'll count how many different types of trees there are and how many of each kind of tree there is. I'm also going to look for kinds of plants. Now this could be a kind of flower, it could be a kind of bush, a kind of grass, even kinds of weeds. I drew a little picture here to remind me those are the plants. So again, count how many different kinds of plants you can find and how many of each kind of plant you see. And finally, we're going to look at animals. I drew a picture of a bird here to remind me I'm going to find animals here. You're going to look and listen and do some investigation to see what kinds of signs of animals you see. Even if you don't see the animals today, perhaps you see something they've left behind to tell you they've been there. And count how many different types of animals you think you have seen or have gone through your yard, and how many of each you can take an estimation. So I'm going to go do mine. I'll be right back to share what I found. Did you guys go on a backyard safari? I wonder what kinds of things you found in your yard. Now, I don't have very much of a backyard, so my kids and I went into a forest behind our house, and we just chose a small section of the forest to count, maybe about 20 feet by 200 feet. We looked at the different kinds of trees, animals, and plants to see how biodiverse our forest is behind our house. Now remember, biodiverse is about the different kinds of animals and plants living in an area. And the more different types you have, the healthier the ecosystem is. An ecosystem is an area where plants and animals can live together. So these were our notes. We found 5 different types of trees, 9 different types of plants, and looking at all the signs of animals and remembering what we have heard in the past, we thought we had about 15 different kinds of animals that have gone through that section of the forest. Now, some of these animals we just saw signs of, such as scratches on the trees. We're not sure which animal has made that. We're thinking possibly a raccoon. We saw some deer tracks in the dirt. When we were over there this morning, we could hear the woodpeckers pecking on the tree trunks, and we could see a lot of holes in the trees from the woodpeckers. In the past, we've heard coyotes and owls back there, and we saw remnants of an old den from foxes, and we saw lots of different kinds of birds and heard the squirrels chattering at us also. So now that I have all those different figures, I thought it'd be fun to make a picture of what the ecosystem behind my house looks like. So in my nature journal today, I decided this would be a good place for it. I went ahead and wrote the date, and I wrote the different amounts of species I found. So species is a type of something. So I found 5 different species of trees, 9 different species of plants, and 15 different species of animals. Now I'm going to make a picture of what it looks like. All right, friends. I finished drawing my ecosystem in my backyard. It took a long time, so I put you on pause so you wouldn't have to watch all of it. I'm really excited to see what yours might look like. So if any of you want to share your photos, I'd love to see. This is what I did with mine. And I tried to fit all the different types of trees I saw. I saw some little firs, a little juniper, some really big ponderosa pines, and some fir trees. I put in some snowberry bushes and grasses, some different weeds I saw. Oh, and there's the aspen tree over here. And these dark holes in there are from the woodpecker. So I put a woodpecker in that tree. We had heard the squirrels when we were there, so I put a squirrel on my page. I wonder if you can find it. We heard the red-winged blackbird, so we put them in. Now, I have myself in the picture because I'm an animal in that ecosystem that goes through too, and my son and my daughter and our cat. She likes to walk through the forest with us too, so those are other animals in the ecosystem. So I tried to draw everything that I saw and even the signs of the animals, like the scat from the deer and the deer tracks and the old fox den and the scratches on the trees. So even though I didn't see those animals, I tried to draw those things into my ecosystem. So it's really interesting to see all the different types of plants and animals that are in my backyard. And I wonder what yours are. Now, something I learned is to look for the biodiversity index. So that means that you take the total number of different species and you divide that by the total number of living items to see what your biodiversity index is. If you want to do a little math, you can try that. If not, draw a picture of your ecosystem and see what it looks like. And I was thinking it would be really interesting to go back to that same section of nature and check it out in a few more months. Now that spring is happening, I think in a few months when the weather is warmer and we've had more rain and more sun, it's going to look even different. I wonder if I'll see more plants and more animals. I wonder, you should try it at your house too in a few months and see if it's different or the same. All right, have fun with it. And again, I'd love to see your pictures of your backyard biodiversity and hear the stories about it. Miss you guys. See you next time.